In this video I would like to show you how to take the derivative of a function of the form x to the alpha, where alpha, in this particular case, is a positive integer, so it's a natural number. But the formula that we will derive will be true for alpha belonging to the real numbers. So this is a little bit more tricky to prove in the way that we are going to do now. So we'll just prove it for alpha being an integer. But please note that this formula will hold even for real numbers as well. We will prove the formula for alpha belonging to the natural numbers. So let's do this. dx alpha over dx, this is what we want to calculate. We want to differentiate x to the power alpha. So by using the definition for the derivative, we can write x plus dx all raised to the power alpha minus x to the alpha divided by dx. Well, remember that this dx is a number very small which tends to 0. Okay, so this would be a limit. I didn't write down the limit symbol for sake of conciseness. I'm using these dx's just because of that, if you recall. Anyway, now we will expand these parentheses here, and I will rewrite it as x plus dx times x plus dx dot 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 x plus dx, where there are alpha of these parentheses here, which we have to multiply. When we do the multiplications, obviously, there are so many combinations that it's very difficult to keep track of. But obviously there will be a term of the kind x to the alpha if we multiply x by x by x by x and so forth, and there are alpha of those x's. Obviously there are alpha of the dx's as well, plus 1 times dx to the alpha. And there are some constants which multiply dx to the power alpha minus 1 times x plus some constant times dx to the alpha minus 2 times x to the second power, obviously because the powers of x times dx should be alpha, so we have alpha minus 2 plus 2, that's alpha. But I'm not really considering these terms. Why? Because dx to the power alpha is very, very small. Remember, dx is a number which tends to 0, so it means that dx to the second power is much smaller than dx. Dx to the third power is much smaller than dx squared, and so on and so forth. So dx to the power alpha is much smaller than dx, and we will neglect this, because remember that we have to take the limit where dx goes to 0, so these terms are not important. There is another term which we will have to consider, and it is some constant times dx times x to the alpha minus 1. This is another term because we can take this dx and multiply by the remaining x to the alpha minus 1, because there are alpha minus 1 of the x's. How many possibilities do we have? We can take this dx, and then there are x to the alpha minus 1 of the other x's, or we can take this dx and multiply by the remaining x to the alpha minus 1. So we can take either one of these alpha dx's. So the constant here is obviously alpha. So we have alpha possibilities, so it's alpha times dx times x to the alpha minus 1. So we are going to substitute it here, and we will get x to the alpha plus alpha times x to the alpha minus 1 times dx minus x to the alpha. So remember that the other terms we are going to neglect because we have to take the limit as dx goes to 0, so those terms inevitably go to 0, so we better not consider them. In the numerator we have x to the alphas which cancel out, and we are left with alpha times x to the alpha minus 1 times dx divided by dx. So this is like the derivative of x with respect to x, but anyway it's dx over dx, it's the same quantity, so we get 1 here. This is why this term was important, and we had to compute the multiplying constant. So all in all, the derivation leads us to this result, alpha times x to the alpha minus 1. This is our derivative of x to the power alpha. This might be a very important result when we talk about Taylor series in the future. Remember that we derived it in the case where alpha is a positive integer, so alpha equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Okay, but this result holds even if alpha is a real number. It can also be negative. The proof would be a little different, but essentially one could still derive it from these sort of considerations. And I think that for this video I will leave it at that.